Can y'all hear me? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me? Y'all said I could. Let me say hi to the people first. Yes, it's a late night live. Y'all should already know when y'all get late night tribe meetings, that normally means that I'm traveling. So y'all should know that I'm not at home. What's up, DB Lord? There she go, her and Cajun already. What's up, the informed? Mia, what's going on? This pretty amazing. Quake, what's up? Half Pin, hey Boom, hey Benji. Nay, what's up? Hey Ibs, Half Pin. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm missing the comedy. Pretty Ricky got them into the dragon. Wait a minute. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I forgot about the verses until y'all started talking about it in the chat. I forgot all about the daggone verses. I like both groups, but all PR really has is sex. Oh, Pretty Ricky. B2K has the range and different topics of their songs. Child, child, I ain't on no damn vacation. I don't have no bay. I'm glad y'all keep thinking I'm at a with a man. If I was with a man, y'all think no offense to y'all, but if I was with a man on a vacation, I promise y'all wouldn't know. I wouldn't be live. I'd be vacationing. I don't mean no harm, but let me see. Why they ain't get that one boy a Taylor for that suit? I'm gonna have to go look now. Lord, I forgot all about it. Cause you know why? Cause I don't care about either one of them. I don't care about Pretty Ricky, and I don't care about B2K. So that's probably why I forgot about the damn verses. The verses isn't generational, y'all enjoy. Yeah, I don't care nothing about this verses. Right, Abby. If I was with a man, child, bye. No, look, no offense to y'all, but hold on. Let me. I do want to see these suits that Abby talking about. Though, hold on. Let me go over to the internet. Let me go over to YouTube real quick and just see what the people are talking about with this damn verses. Hold on, because I know it's on. I know they streaming it. Hold on. B2K. Okay, here it is. As soon as I put in B2K. All right, let me make sure the volume is down because I don't want nobody to. Okay. I just want to see these outfits that y'all say these people got on. What's this? Shit! Now that's how you fucking hit that shit, huh? Okay, hold on. That's Baby Blue's wife that y'all was talking about with the BBL. Y'all been looking at this for 2 hours. This what y'all been looking at for 2 hours. Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm sure for the people who grew up listening to B2K and Pretty Ricky, I'm assuming that it's entertaining y'all. That's all I got. That's that's that's, that's all I got. Maybe the informed you said you're gonna go see Maddie and Craig in Baltimore next week. That's where I was tonight. I just came back from seeing Maddie and Craig. I'm in Pittsburgh. Yep. So that's where I just got finished. I'm gonna post those videos and pictures and stuff. But I said before I go to bed, let me do a live. Let me come and talk to the people, see what y'all talking about. Um, Pleasure P sounds flat. I promise y'all, I don't think I can name y'all one Pretty Ricky song. Now, maybe if you played me a song that was a Pretty Ricky song, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I know that song. But I don't, I can't tell you a Pretty Ricky song. Sorry. No, I'm not coming to Michigan this time. I'm gonna have to come and see my Benji though. I'm gonna have to come and see my Benji boy. If I didn't have to be back in DC, I might come up for a couple of days, but I have to be back in DC. I have to get back in DC. I got something to do on Sunday. Ooh. I have something to do here on Saturday, but I have to be back in DC by Sunday. So, but I miss my little Benji boy. I haven't seen Benji since Christmas. I know he misses me. The only song I know of Pretty Ricky is they are chanting their name in the song, and it starts at 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Child, I couldn't even tell you that. Yeah. He started throwing rocks. What? He started throwing rocks. Benji ain't throwing no rocks at me. Whatever. Benji know he missed me. What's up? What's up? What's up? I mean, I understand if the people are watching the verses. It's just I forgot. I just didn't think about it. I forgot it was on. Benji not throwing no rocks. I'm not worried about his. That's his mama. Benji loves me. He ain't throwing no rocks. What up, Kenneth? Hey, boo. Ain't it past your bed? Why do people keep saying it's past my bedtime? I'm on summer break. I don't have a bedtime right now. I am on summer break. I don't have a bedtime. I made it safely. I did. Thank you for asking. So let's get into a few things. Because as I said, let me come down here and talk to the people before I go to bed. I took a nap earlier, so I got a little bit of energy before I go to bed. Plus, I get to sleep in tomorrow because I don't have nothing to do in the morning. Cruiser, now that's somebody that surpassed their bedtime. Cruiser, what you doing up at 11 o'clock at night? Because baby Cruiser be in bed at 8:30. I know. Now that is the person y'all need to be like, what are you doing up? School let out 2 hours ago and you in another state. And did, and was, and am. Why? Wait a minute. So let me tell y'all. So why did so the last day, okay, so technically oh, that's right, I forgot you going out of town too. Yeah, you got okay. So y'all know, so last Thursday was technically not my last day. Technically, my last day was this Tuesday. We were supposed to go back to work Monday and Tuesday, but those were just teacher work days. So our district basically told us, look, if you've done everything you need to do, you've turned in your grades, you know your classroom, you did everything you were supposed to do. You don't have to come back on Monday and Tuesday. You can work from home, right? So, baby, I was going to make sure that when I left out of there last Thursday that I had finished everything that I needed to do. I was going to make sure I boom, 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 boom. So last Thursday, I was there to the last minute finishing up my attendance. Because you got to make sure that your attendance is straight or whatever. And I waited to the last minute to do my damn attendance. So I was down in the main office finishing my attendance, whatever. So today, as I was driving up here to Pittsburgh, I got a text from my assistant principal. She sent me a picture and she was like, did you forget something? I opened up the picture. Why was it a picture of my computer and my mouse? Why I had left my computer and my mouse sitting in the conference room where I was working on my attendance? Baby, you couldn't tell me I didn't have my computer. Treasure, hey boo, you couldn't tell me that I didn't have my, when she sent me that picture of my computer and my mouse, I said, I left my, she said, and do you have your charger? I said, I don't even know if I have my charger. Because if you had asked me if I had my computer, I would have told you yes. Baby, I guess that's how ready I was to get out of that building. That I left I probably closed that computer and left it sitting right there. So I got to go get my computer on Monday. No, the mouse for my work computer, not the mouse for my computer at home. The mouse for my work computer. That's two different things, baby. So that let y'all know how ready I was to get the hell out of work. But anyway. Oh, my glasses. Oh, my goodness. All right. So let's get into a few. I'm just going to get into a few little odds and ends before we get out of here, before I go to bed. Shut up, Cajun. Don't do that. Sorry, y'all. I was looking at something. Yeah, I was done. I was done. All right, y'all. So let's get into a few little odds and ends. Baby, Shamea said she didn't send a cease and desist to Angela. I guess that's what somebody the other day was in my live and they were like, did you see Shamea's interview with Angela Yee? And I was like, no, I saw her interview with Carlos King. I was like, I don't need to watch it. I wasn't ready to watch another interview with Shamea because I didn't feel like I was going to get nothing different. But hell, Shamea said she had to send her cease and desist to Angela Oakley, because Angela Oakley kept making accusations about her sleeping with the players. And she was like, it was affecting her job. I feel like her job might have made her send that cease and desist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and see, this is what I was saying. And I know some of y'all might be like, it's just a reality show. They doing too much now, blah, 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 blah. But this is why I say to y'all that the silly shade, the fun shade, you know, that's one thing. But when you start getting into things that can affect people's real life off of stuff that's just not true, it's one thing to exaggerate something. But Angela, and y'all know I like Angela, but Angela, you have absolutely no proof. And if you do have proof, you need to bring it. Because when production asked you, do you have any proof? You were like, no, but that's what I was told. And I believe the person who told me. Again, that's a married woman. For where we sit, as far as we know, that's a happily married woman, and she works for the Hawks organization. So if she is fraternizing with the players, that could cost her job. So you're messing with her, potentially her marriage and her job. And I just feel like, and I know somebody gonna be like, well, they was saying stuff about Charles. Charles sleeping around on Angela is not going to change his lifestyle. If Charles get caught cheating on Angela, that's not going to cost him a job. It might cost him his marriage, but he was the one cheating. And I just feel like Shamea didn't start those rumors about Charles. Actually, Wendy Williams was the one, because everybody kept saying on the Wendy Williams show. So like that stuff came from the Wendy Williams show, as far as him allegedly having a baby, outside baby. And of course we cleared all of that up. But in the moment, that was coming from Wendy Williams. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like, it's just, why is it doing that? Why is it blinking like that? Oh Lord, this chair, child. Oh, this chair. The Godfather of Atlanta started it on the show. Okay, was it the Godfather? Okay, I can't remember who started, but I know it wasn't Shamea. And again, I'm not saying Shamea don't do her dirt. I'm not saying, why is that? I don't know why it's doing that, y'all. I don't know why it's blinging like that. I'm using my tablet. I don't have my laptop. I have my tablet, and I don't know why it's blinging like that. It's making that bling noise. But anyway, so I don't know. But I just feel like we shouldn't be in a position. What is it? Can y'all hear? Can y'all still hear me and see me? Because it keeps dinging. Like, hold on, let me turn the camera off. Let me see why. I don't know why it's dinging like that. Can y'all hear it? Maybe y'all can't even hear what I hear. Okay, y'all can hear and see me? Okay. But okay, so y'all can't hear that ding. I don't know why it's doing that. Like I don't know what that's okay. Never mind. As long as y'all can hear me and see me, it's fine. Okay, whatever. We ain't gonna be here that long. Yeah. All right. As long as y'all can see me and hear me. I just don't know why it's doing that. Oh, y'all don't. You don't hear the dinging? Okay. Okay, so it must just be, what's up, trees? Hey, boo. All right, so you just hear it. Okay. All right, never mind that. So yeah, I just feel like where we are now as far as like reality TV, just like anything else, I just think we started at one place where it was just light shade. It was a little this, it was a little that. And I'm not saying that there weren't instances on reality TV. Like, for example, we could go back to New Jersey where Teresa was talking about, I forget the lady's name now, but that crazy lady. But yeah, they were talking about rumors. You know what I'm saying? But for you, I don't know. I just think sometimes some things are just a bit much. I guess it has always existed. I guess it's always existed because I know people are gonna be like, well, they did this and they did that and they did that. So I guess it's always existed, but I just feel like to get to a point where you feel like you have to send a castmate a cease and desist. I don't know. I just think I don't know. I just wonder if we jumping the shark at this point. See, it just did it again. Why? I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder if I have a tab open or something. I just don't know why it's doing that. I know y'all can't hear it, but I can hear it. And I don't know why it's doing that. I've never heard my tablet do that before. So I'm not sure if I have a tab open or something and that's why it's doing that. Like I don't know why it's doing that. Uh-oh. Did I just oh shit. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I was like, uh-oh, did I just do something? Okay. All right, let me stop touching stuff because then I'm probably gonna mess something up. Candy did what? Candy sent a cease and desist to who? I might have missed it. See, okay, it's bothering me. I know y'all can't hear it, but it's bothering me because I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why my tablet is doing that, and that's what's bothering me because I don't know if something's on. I don't know what that is. I've never heard it do that before. Candy, who did this? What did Candy do? I want to know what Candy did. I miss the fun moments when they seem to actually enjoy hanging and out and being normal. Candy sent a cease and desist to Portia on season 9. Wait a minute, what? Okay, what is going on with this thing? Um, and that's how we found out. Phaedra told her the rumor. No, my battery's not low. That's what I was thinking. It might be that, but that's not it. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Rewind. That's not how we found out about the rumor. We found out about the rumor at the reunion. We found out Phaedra told her at the reunion. Am I tripping? Because during the filming of the show, we saw Phaedra talking to Portia, and then at the reunion is when Portia said, "Phaedra told me," and I think was it Sheree that was like, "What the fuck is that noise?" Am I tripping? Portia said, "I will let Phaedra speak for me since Candy sent me." Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, see, that's the part I missed, y'all. Since Candy sent me a cease and desist, she was the one who told me that. Got you. Got you. Well, let me say this, Kim. I'm gonna say this. I didn't remember that. So it's not so much that Candy did it and nobody said anything. I don't remember that. But I will say this. I really feel like for me, that was sort of the turn because I don't think that in the moment I don't think that whoever came up with that rumor in the moment, whether it was Phaedra, whether it was Carlos, whether it was another producer, whoever thought that that rumor was a good idea, I don't think in the moment they thought that deep. I don't think they thought that basically they were accusing Candy of RAP. Okay, this tablet's getting on my nerves. Now the screen is going dark. But I have battery. What is going on with this thing? I don't know what's going on with this thing. She said the cease and desist right before the reunion. Got it. Okay, I got y'all. I didn't remember. So I don't think that in the moment people felt like or people thought it was RAPE. Is your screen setting set to timer versus always on? Oh, I don't know. I would have to look. I don't know. I'm only gonna speak for the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I can't speak for every single franchise every single season. For me, I feel like that's where we took a turn, and that's where Real Housewives of Atlanta got really dark because that was a very serious thing. And I understand why Candy took it so seriously. Because even when the rumor was first said, I didn't immediately go straight to, oh, they're accusing Candy of RAPE. Like, my brain didn't go there until you really fleshed that out. And you're like, wow, you're saying that she was going to drug you and then basically take you back to her house to have sex with her. That's exactly what that is. And if that had been a man, nobody would have questioned it. But because it was a woman, I'm speaking for myself. See, it just did it again. I'm gonna speak for myself. It took a minute. It took for Candy to say, hey, ... for me to be like, shit, that's what. Okay, this is getting on my nerves now. This is really pissing me off. Yeah, me and this tablet are not getting along tonight. Maybe again, I haven't done anything, but I don't use this tablet that much. I really only use this tablet when I'm traveling. So maybe I did change the settings. You heard the ding that time? Okay, so it must be something with the settings. When I get off of here, I'm gonna just cut it off and cut it back on and see what my settings and stuff are. Anyway, I'm gonna just make it work because we here now, child. We here now. We're gonna make it work. But it's just irritating every time I start talking. It is like ding. And then the screen is going dark, like it's going to sleep. It's just like Phaedra did not. So you said Phaedra apologized. Phaedra apologized Phaedra apologized to Portia before she apologized to Candy. She apologized to Portia before she apologized to Candy. And again, I feel like this is one of those, if it were a man, nobody would question how serious that lie was. But because it was a woman, and I think it was all in, oh, she was going to take her back to her dungeon and It was serious. To me, it's the same thing like on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Those accusations that Giselle made against Candace's husband, I did not. And as much as I wasn't even a big Candace fan, I think that was serious and nobody took it seriously. Now, Kim, that's how I feel about the Giselle Candace thing, like what you were saying. Nobody took that seriously. And that was a very serious accusation. That was very, very, very That was, first of all, that could have got that man fired from his job. And y'all already want to talk about how Chris don't have no job. Chris don't have no job. Well, he had a job. He got a job now. I actually went to his restaurant. He's a manager at a restaurant. He has a job now, you know, and and that's why Candace reacted the way she did when Giselle tried to have that conversation with her, and she got up and she broke the fourth wall and she told production, I know what y'all are doing and I'm not going, and I'm not doing that with my husband. Again, these are not things to play with. Giselle was accusing Chris of very serious accusation. Right, right, Trees. We met Chris. He let us take a picture and everything. He was like, we were like, will you take, do you mind taking a picture? He was like, nah, just give me a positive, just give, no, he didn't say me. He said, give the restaurant a positive review. We were like, we can do that. Like, no problem. So I feel like, because I feel like we always have to one up each other, and everybody is trying to one up and keep their job and get their contract. That's why when everybody was talking about how Rula showed up for the reunion and Rula did this and Rula did that, I wasn't impressed with nothing Rula did at that reunion for two reasons. I wasn't impressed with Rula at that reunion because, number one, girl, you have been absent all season. You barely filmed. Like, Joellen wasn't wrong when Joellen was like, girl, you were in 3 episodes. Like, you barely filmed. So I'm not impressed that you showed up at the reunion because you're just trying to save your job. You're just trying to get a contract for next year. And number two, I'm not impressed because that man is lying to you and you are looking foolish. And you are defending this man like he right. I'm not impressed with Rula, and I'm sorry. I know other people are like, Rula did that. Rula showed up to the reunion. Rula la and all that. Rula, I'm not impressed because you look stupid to me. And even though Joellen ain't my favorite, Joellen ain't wrong. Now, Joellen, you need to stop because, again, let that lady be stupid. Let that lady live in her ignorance. Ooh, this thing is getting on my nerves so bad. Every time y'all see me tapping the screen, is because the screen is going dark. It must be set on like 5 minutes or something. But usually when I'm live, as long as like I'm live, it's showing that I'm doing something. So I don't know. Man, this tablet. And I don't even use the tablet that much. But and I think maybe that's what it is. I think maybe that's a notification coming through on my tablet because it stopped doing it now. And I don't know who told her to get that nose. What her nose job looked as bad as Jennifer Aiden's. Y'all remember Jennifer Aiden on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she got like 2 nose jobs, and to me both of them look bad. I was like, I'm not impressed with either one of these nose jobs. That's how I felt about Rula. Almost look like it's going up, like the end of her nose is hooking up. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. And I damn sure ain't never seen nobody do that on purpose. Like, why would you do that to your nose? It looks like it's a prosthetic hook on the end of her nose. Like, who did that? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I must have the sound on, and that's what that is. It's a alert coming through because it's not doing it now. So it must be like something. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I got the sound on. Rula, she's on the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. But anyway, so there's that. So they filmed the reunion today. The seating chart looks a mess to me. Like, I don't understand this seating chart for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, they have K. Michelle and Portia in first chair. And then it's weird. And then when they brought Cynthia out, Cynthia has a higher chair than Drew. Hold on. Because I screenshotted it. Hold on. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't screenshot it. But I know where it is. It's in the group chat. It's in the group chat. Right. So it's Portia, Kelly. And then when they brought Cynthia out, they put Cynthia next to across from, I mean, it's Cynthia K. Michelle. I mean, okay. It's Portia K. Michelle. Then it's Cynthia Kelly. Then it's Angela Shamea. Then it's Drew Pinky. And then they got Phaedra all the way down here at the end. This is weird. Like, how Cynthia get a higher chair than Shamea? How she on the same level as Kelly? How she get a higher chair than Angela Oakley? Like, weird. And even before Cynthia came out, it was Portia K. Michelle, Angela Kelly, Drew Shamea, and then Portia Pinky. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't know where they got. I don't know where these. I'm not, unless something happens in the next 3 episodes, because the season's damn almost over. So what in the world could Cynthia have done in the last 3 episodes that would garner her that? I don't know. And I can't imagine the way that it's Shamea. How Shamea not further up? It's crazy. But anyway, they're always playing in Drew's face. Drew didn't have a storyline. What the fuck is Drew's storyline? I mean, I'm sorry. I know people like Drew, but let's be real. What is Drew's storyline? What is Drew's storyline? Please tell me. She's not talking about Ralph. I think maybe she can't, because she's not talking about her divorce. She's not talking about Ralph. I mean, the first 2 episodes we got her in black, but I don't care about her in black. I mean, what is her storyline? Who does she have conflict with that would garner her a higher seating? I don't think. I think Pinky, Phaedra, and Drew is fine. I think their seating is fine. The rest of this seating chart is where I'm confused. Life is Drew's storyline. Her real story is better than the show. What is it? She was K. Michelle in Shamea's storyline. I wouldn't say Shamea. I would. She's in the mix with K. Michelle. I wouldn't say Shamea. I mean, her and Shamea had. I wouldn't say Shamea, but whatever. I don't know. I don't. I mean, the way they said that Shamea and Portia got into it in Scotland, I just figured. It would be higher. I don't know. I just think the whole storyline is crazy as hell. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't know. I think Shamea should have been across from Portia as well. Absolutely, I think Shamea should have been across from Portia. I think either Angela or Shamea should have been across from Portia. I mean, should have been either Portia or Angela should have been across from Shamea. I'm not upset with K. Michelle having a high seat. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's weird to me. But it's whatever. They filmed the reunion today, so the hell. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Yeah. This thing getting on my nerves. The whole screen went out. I had to log back in. Can y'all still see me and hear me? I think Shamea should have been right across from Portia. I think so too. Can y'all see me and hear me? What is this picture? Okay. All right, cool. I don't know. I looked up and the screen was black. See, but I have a battery. I mean, I got, it's not the thing's not going dead. Anyway, let me get into the rest of these stories, child, so I can go to bed, child. All right. Child, let's talk about this big ticket situation. So there's been an update in the big ticket of it all. We know that Big Ticker he was booked and he was arraigned. He was released. His wife got a restraining order, a temporary restraining order. He has been ordered to turn over the ring camera footage to the police. And then his wife released, she posted on her social media today. She said, "The last few weeks have sucked. I hate this for everyone involved. The amount of false narratives have been displayed, and attacks on everyone hurts. I take full responsibility for posting the video of my face. The lack of accountability, remorse, and acknowledgement has also been weighing heavy on me. Now it is time for me to address it. I ask that you be patient with me as I identify the appropriate platform and work with my legal team, but it's coming." So you about to do an interview with somebody? This is an ongoing criminal investigation. I don't think you should be out here doing interviews. I think you should let the legal process play out. And then if you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to whoever you want to talk to. But you worried about... Then Big Tigger said, he also posted on his social media and he said the following. He said, I got pictures. I have to post. I got stuff I need to post. Hold on. Okay. Big Tigger said the following. He said, "I unequivocally deny every allegation that has been made against me. For the past 30 plus years, I have built my life around relationship and community. Those who know me know the man, father, husband, and friend I have been throughout my life. Because this is an active legal matter, I am limited in what I can say. What I can say is that I have complete confidence in the facts and in the legal process. I will continue to cooperate fully and trust that the truth will come to light. Thank you to everyone who has reached out with support and encouragement. My family and I are deeply grateful." So let me say this. Why am I just finding out that Tigger likes women? What made you think Tigger didn't? He's always dated women. What made you think he... I mean, okay. I didn't know it was ever a thing that he wasn't, that he didn't like women. I never knew that was a thing. He used to date Keisha Knight Podium. He's always dated women, but okay. So earlier today on Pam's platform, I was listening. Pam read through the case and stuff, and people were saying that she actually had a charge against her last year sometime. She was arrested last year. Pam said she had to do some stuff to try to get the details of the arrest, like because I think it looked like she was arrested last year or something, and there was a restraining order against her or something like that. Excuse me, y'all. But she wasn't able to get all of the details. She said she was gonna have to like apply for some access or something like that. And as an attorney, some sort of access that she can get to see what the actual charges are. But people were in her chat saying that there was something last year with her. And we all know about the situation with the missing child. Now, I will say this. Thank you. I will say this. Pam found some Facebook posts. I don't really do Facebook. But Pam found some Facebook posting where the family of the father of that child that's missing is basically saying that this is still an ongoing investigation, that they are still looking for that child, that the child has not shown up, that they believe that the mother is hiding the child. They don't believe that the child is no longer with us. They believe that the child is alive, but that the mother is hiding the child. They said that the police also do not believe that this was a kidnapping. They believe that this was somebody that the child knew. So it sounds like they suspect the mother. They just don't have no proof. So I don't know, y'all. Um, I will say this, and again, I'm not trying to say, because I don't know. I wasn't there in that house. I guess when that ring footage, when they tell the story of the ring footage, when all that stuff come out, I guess we'll know what's on that ring camera footage. I guess we'll know what happened, what didn't happen, what's the truth, what true from fiction. But what I will say is, she might regret, even if Tigger did everything she said he did, even if he did put his hands on her and he assaulted her the way, and it went down the way she said it went down, she still might regret that this story is coming out, because it may bring up all of this stuff about her, because I didn't know all of this about her. Like, I didn't know this story about her leaving the baby in the car at the casino. I didn't know the child allegedly was missing. Like, it might end up being worse for her than it is for Tigger. If they are now saying, "Oh, women, you down in Atlanta? Women, what kids are down in Atlanta? What you got?" If anybody comes and says, "Oh, we've seen her with a 16-year-old, we've seen her with a 17-year-old," like, if anybody start calling the police and they got information, or they putting stuff in, this might not work out well for you, ma'am. And I'm not, again, I don't know what happened between her and Tigger. And I'm not saying that if that man put his hands on her, she doesn't have a right to tell the police. I ain't saying that either. But what I am saying is, this might end up being worse for you than for her. I mean, worse for you than for him. Now, she said that, this the other thing, she said that there's ring camera footage in the office, which is why she keeps saying, that's why he has to turn over the footage to the police. I'm gonna say this, and the other day we read what was in the article. I didn't read the actual police report, but I read what was in the article that allegedly happened, how she told the police it went down. From what I heard, it sounds like the two of y'all have had arguments before, and maybe the argument went a certain way. And it sounds like this particular situation, the fact that he took his phone out to want to videotape you when y'all started arguing, the fact that you ran to his office and you started talking about, "I'll show you," he called you crazy, or he called you deranged, and you ran to his office and started unplugging shit, talking about, I'll show you unhinged, I'll show you deranged. It sounds like this not y'all first rodeo. And the fact that there is ring footage in that office, and you know that there was a ring camera in that office, I don't know. I would be interested to see the footage. What's up? Hey, elderly. The universe seems very strategic with the true story at times. Yeah. She probably threatened to call the police before he wanted proof. It sounds like the fact that he pulled out his phone to film you, and the fact that you tried to snatch the phone from him because you didn't want to be videotaped. I don't know. It just, because again, let's remember, the physical altercation started because you tried to grab that phone out of his hand. That's how the physical altercation started. And those are your words. Your words in the police report were, he started videotaping me and I snatched the phone out of his hand. Because then you say he jumped on you because he was trying to get his phone back, which means you actually took his property from him, and then he jumped on you to get his phone back. Again, I'm not saying that he was right or wrong for jumping on her and physically jumping on her to get his phone back, but you started the physical altercation. From what I read, she started the physical altercation. I know someone who was trying to leave his wife, and then she unplugged the camera, kicked her own ass, and then called the cops and said he hit her when he wasn't even there. I mean, again, it has happened. So I don't know. Now she said that he was texting his coworker and they were texting inappropriate things, and that's what started the argument. And then he told her she was delusional. He took out the phone to record her. She said, "I'll show you delusional." Ran downstairs to unplug the computer downstairs. She snatched the phone out his hand, and then she said he jumped on her to get the phone back, and then he shoved her, and that's when her head went into the door, and that's how she got the gash on her head. With a baby though. With that baby though. Because can I tell y'all something? And I know this is going to sound very anti-woman. This going to sound very anti-woman. Can I tell y'all I don't care about him putting his hands on her until we find that baby? And I know that somebody's going to be like, really, be that is messed up. You mean to tell me you don't care if that man put his hands on her? Mm-mm. No, I don't. Where that baby? When we find that baby, I'll care about whether Tigger put his hands on you. Now, when we find that baby, I'll care. But until then, I don't really care. Child, prayers are up. They said that Lionel Richie cut the first night of his new tour short after becoming sick during his performance. And I think they say he's already canceled his next performance. Listen, hey, Lionel, going to get you some electrolytes. Going to sit down somewhere. And nobody got time for that. So we just going to. This stupid. Ooh, this thing getting on my nerves. So we're going to pray for the Lionel. Pray for Lionel. What's up, Tamara? Thank you for being a member for 61 months. Yes. Look at you. Yes. Thank you. You've been around for a long time, my love. I appreciate you. I do. Appreciate you. Ruler. We were already talking about Ruler a second ago. Ruler from the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, whose husband was having an affair with her, on her, and it played out on the show. Baby Ruler's alleged mistress then spoke out. I don't even think we need to say alleged mistress. I mean, Brian admitted to the affair, child, but she done posted because Ruler on the reunion said that he made a mistake, calling his affair a mistake. Baby, the mistress done posted and said 2.5 years is not a mistake. Let's be honest. It was very intentional. That's why, Ruler, you need to just stop. Ruler, you really just need to shut up. Because, look, your husband keeps making you look stupid. This man had an affair with this woman for 2.5 years. And not only did he have an affair with this woman for 2.5 years, but in them 2.5 years, that woman was at your house. She posted pictures from your backyard. That woman was at your house. Your husband signed over part of his cosmetic enhancement practice to her. She's the one that does the Botox. He signed over the Botox portion of the business to her. This man not only was sleeping around and had a whole affair with this woman, he gave this woman part of his business. He took money out of y'all household on a permanent basis. Rule, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere and shut the hell up, just all the way. If you don't want to leave that man, that's fine, but do it quietly. Just be, oh shit. Just do it quietly. You know what I'm saying? Just do it quietly. You don't have to out loud let people know how stupid you are. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Anyway. Okay. Now this last story, and then we're gonna get out of here. We've been here almost an hour. This last story, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here. This football player, this is Terrion Arnold. Let me look. Let me get a full article on Terrion. Uh, Ooh, I think the air conditioner is turned up a little bit too high. I'm getting chilly. Baby, let me tell you about this situation. Okay, Terrion Arnold. Okay. He was arrested. Okay. Let me read y'all this article. This is coming from CNN Sports News. Okay. Detroit Lions player Terrion Arnold is charged with directing an attack against 3 people in Florida. NFL player Terrion Arnold of the Detroit Lions was charged Thursday in Florida with leading a plot to detain and pistol whip 3 people whom he believed had stolen luxury goods and $100,000 in cash from him. It turned out that the 3, including Arnold's personal driver, had nothing to do with the theft in February. 2 people charged alongside Arnold have pled guilty in the attack and agreed to cooperate with the Tampa area authorities, court records show. Fame doesn't get you out of criminal charges or out of pursuit of justice, and holding criminals accountable. The Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhardt said. 3 men in their late teens. 3 men in their late teens. First of all, so can we not call them men? Because they were, well, I guess if they were over 18, I guess they were considered men. Okay. 3 men in their late teens were held at gunpoint, battered, pistol whipped, and robbed in a Tampa apartment on February the 4th, police said. It was 3 days after a Louis Vuitton bag and shoes, Louis Vuitton bags and shoes, Rolex watches, a Bible. Who done stole the Bible? A Bible, cash, and more were reported stolen from Arnold at an Airbnb rental in Largo, about 20 minutes west. Arnold, who was 23 years old, was the primary conspirator in the attack, police said. He's absolutely denying these allegations. Lord, I can't read tonight. Defense, his attorney, R. Timothy Jansen, said in Hillsborough County Court. Arnold briefly appeared in court by video as a judge announced charges of kidnapping, armed robbery, and conspiracy crimes that carry a sentence of up to life in prison. He surrendered to authorities Wednesday and will remain in jail at least until a detention hearing Monday. Denise White, the CEO of EAG Sports Management, an agency that represents Arnold, said there's no credible evidence against him, only accounts from others who may have an incentive to get a lighter sentence. At least 6 other people face charges, including 2 women who pled guilty Wednesday and are cooperating. Jasmine Randazzo, who's 19, was immediately sentenced to 4 years in prison for kidnapping, conspiracy, and robbery with a gun, records show. The victim told police that Arnold's friends lured them into an apartment, held them at gunpoint, and hit them, all while streaming the attack to Arnold. Police said he was giving orders in a group chat and later arrived at the apartment. No one has the right to take the law into their own hands. A dispute over missing property does not justify kidnapping, violence, and retaliation. Arnold, a cornerback on Detroit's defense, not anymore. Not anymore. He is no longer an NFL player. But I mean, that's just me talking. But okay. He was a first round pick in the 2024 draft, playing at the University of Alabama. He had 31. Okay, I don't care about his resume, child. The line said that the NFL said they were aware of the arrest but declined to comment. Police in Largo spent weeks investigating the thefts from Arnold's Airbnb stay. One neighbor said there were pretty wild parties there that seemed to last until dawn, with multiple people coming and going, according to a report released to the Associated Press. The Airbnb host told police that 20 bags of trash were removed. Mm-hmm. Police said that they declared the investigation inactive on March the 25th because Arnold and others whose property were also reported stolen did not want to pursue it. So let's talk about a few things. Number one, you were at an Airbnb where you had all sorts of people coming in and out of the Airbnb while you had, your luxury items, your Louis Vuitton bags, your Rolex watches, your probably expensive shoes, probably in the bedroom. You might have had women in and out the bedroom. You might have had dudes coming all through there doing whatever. Y'all was partying, drinking, smoking, whatever y'all was doing down to the Airbnb. Now, you probably woke up one morning and realized, oh, wait a minute, it's a bunch of shit missing. It's a bunch of shit missing. You didn't know who took it. You suspected who took it, but you clearly didn't know who took it. So out of the people that you thought took it, you took it upon yourself to have somebody pick them up, take them to an apartment that, I don't know if it was an abandoned apartment or apartment of a friend of a friend of a friend type situation, but you took them to an apartment where you proceeded to, this is all alleged, this is allegedly, where you proceeded to have them pistol whipped because you wanted them to do what? Confess and then take you to it. You had to know that shit was long gone. Louis Vuitton bags, Rolex watches, cash. How did you think you was going to get that shit back? How did you think? Like, let's be real about it. The only thing you might have been able to recover out of that whole breakdown might have been the Rolex watches. The rest of that stuff is gone. You can't pick one Louis Vuitton bag out from another Louis Vuitton bag unless it's like a collector's edition or a rare edition. But if it's just like a Louis Vuitton, duffel bag, or a Louis Vuitton, some Louis Vuitton luggage, or Louis Vuitton, crossbody, Merce, like men's purses or Merce, you're not going to be able to pick that out from the next one. That's number one. Number two, the cash, it's gone. Number three, the shoes, what you going to do with them? Somebody else probably been wearing them. They done scuffed them all up because they what you going to do with all of that? So listen, it's gone. The next thing is, I don't know who took the Bible. I think you just threw that in there. I don't believe nobody stole no Bible, because who is stealing and then decide to pick up a Bible? Unless it's a gold-plated Bible, unless it's a Louis Vuitton Bible. You know how like sometimes it'll be like a special edition or something. Was it like an MCM, like was it like a Louis? Did it have like the Louis Vuitton, cover on it or something? Who's stealing a Bible? Like who? And don't get me wrong, I'm sure it has happened before. I'm sure someone has stolen the Bible. I'm sure it has happened before. But in my mind, I'm just thinking they was picking up all that other stuff and somebody said, yeah, go ahead, grab that Bible too. Who said that? The only reason why I could think somebody would have picked that Bible up is if it was like a Louis, right, if it was inside of the bag. Now, okay, if the Bible was inside of the Louis Vuitton bag, yes, absolutely. Okay. That I could believe if it was inside of the bag. Or if it had, how, like, these designers make all kinds of stuff. It might have been a Louis Vuitton covered, Bible or MCM Versace or something. Like, I could see something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, faith is a substance. How you doing? I'm chilling. So, okay, somebody stole all that stuff. Then the police closed the investigation because you didn't want to cooperate. So you didn't want the police to do their job because y'all you don't want to be a snitch. Because you didn't want nobody to say you was snitching, you was cooperating with the police. So let me ask you a question. You didn't want to cooperate because you clearly thought you knew who stole your stuff because that's who you allegedly kidnapped and pistol whipped. So you clearly thought you knew who stole your stuff. So you mean to tell me you would rather take it into your own hands and handle it yourself rather than tell the police and let the police handle it? Because only one of those options keeps you out of jail, and you chose the one that didn't. You chose the one that not only has you in jail looking at serious jail time, but you have fucked up your career. You were a millionaire. Sir, you could have bought whatever they stole, you could have bought it again. And I understand that you're 23 years old and you don't see it from the vantage point that I see it from, but at 23 years old, you are only 2 years in to your professional football career. You were a first round draft pick, so you probably had a couple of more years in you. Easy. Excuse me. You probably could have went to the Louis Vuitton store that day and replaced everything that was stolen. You probably could have went to the Rolex store that day and replaced everything that was stolen. Like, again, I understand that I have a different vantage point. Thank you. But it's just stupid to me. So now we can listen. You was getting ready to go back to work. Training camp starts in a couple of weeks. Training camp getting ready to start at the end of July. You were getting ready to go back to work. Now you in jail. And even if by some crazy situation, because it sounds like they got you, because they said that not one, not two, but three people have pled guilty and are willing to cooperate. So you got three different people that's snitching on you. And you know why? Because they don't have shit to lose. You do. See, all that no snitching stuff, it only works until you in trouble. Hold on, y'all. That no snitching stuff, it only works. It only works until you in trouble. Y'all ain't never seen the first 48? Baby, for a Big Mac and a large soda, they'll tell their whole life story. Give me a pad and a pen. Give me a pad and a pen. This is so stupid. It's so sad and it's such a waste. You worked your whole life to get to the NFL. Your whole life. Went to the University of Alabama. You went the first round draft pick. A first round draft pick. And you threw it all away over some Louis Vuitton bags and a Rolex watch and a Bible. Anyway, that's that, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'm cold. I need to turn this air conditioner down before I wake up in the morning and I got a damn cold. But I'm about to get out of here. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. Exactly, Kenneth. But let me get out of here, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me a little bit. I'm going to go to bed.
I'll probably see y'all tomorrow at some point because I'm hanging out tomorrow. I'll be here until, well, I'll be here tomorrow. But I'm about to be out. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.